making a series of landscape soaps and going to also be putting them into a frame. So there's going to be different steps. I'm also going to be kind of making different soaps at the same time. So going back and forth because there's layers that are going to have to set up. This is probably going to be one of the ones that has really the least amount of setup. You can see my little squigglies. What I want to do, if you go back to a soap I made a couple years ago, it was a wildflower soap, is I had done drop swirls and then a hanger tool to make the grass, and then I put flowers in there. So I'm going to kind of do the same thing. I'm going to do some drop swirls and then hanger swirls of some grass. So it's going to be more of an abstract, not like precise look. And then I'm going to do some yellow, pink, and purple a little bit on top. And then I have this little kind of a clover design, three leaf clover, and I'm going to do some flowers, probably a pink, a purple, and then maybe yellow, depending on, or an orange, depending on what colors I have left. Scatter some little flowers in there, and then I'll have a sun up there, and then I'm going to do an in the pot, or maybe, excuse me, a one pot wonder. I'm going to go from probably some shades of blues to some whites to give some texture in there for the main soap. And then I'm going to make that, once that's all set up, then I'm going to cut it, and then I need to make different frames. I want to make 3 different styles of frames. I'm not quite sure which direction I'm going to go. I want to have some different designs. So we're going to play with it. This is going to be a fun one, and I'm going to finish getting everything set up. And fragrance, excuse me. I'm going to be using a ginger wood from Stock Fragrance, and that one does have a little bit of a darker discoloration. I'm going to use that in the grass area, and then I'm going to do white ginger and amber, but they both have the ginger in it. That'll blend really well. And this one has no discoloration, behaves really well. I'm gonna do that in the flowers and then in the sky. Wanted to clarify something really quick. So with these, since I did not do a full loaf on each one, you can see this one's quite a bit narrower than some of those. Typically my bar is a good square. You know, this mold is a square, this one's going to be rectangle, this one's going to be a circle. So I am going to have to shave off the sides and cut off some of those parts, and like I said, I'll put that in with the confetti. Like this one is a pretty good rectangle, so that's gonna go, that would be a good shape for this one, but the top is a bit bumpy, so I'll have to shave off the top of there and then cut off the sides for the square mold. So they're gonna have different size frames, different widths, and kind of different looks. But just so you know, like when I come back for those next pours, I'll have different shapes that will fill in for those different soap designs. Usually don't get to see this side of the soap lab. Well, procrastination is the name of the game with this design, but I finally got this part done 2 weeks later. It'll still probably take me about a week to get all 4 of the batches done. Actually, it's going to be 12 different designs. So I've got my circles here for my round molds. These are all the scraps that are left over. I have my vertical, excuse me, not vertical, my landscape design ones, and then I have my vertical mold there, and those will go in there. So I'm going to do each, oh, and there is all my math. My teenage daughter had to double check it to make sure that I had everything correct on my mathing. Anyway, I am ready to go. I'm going to do each batch individually, and I will record that part of it.